Hey everyone, this is David. Welcome back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it today because we are joined by the one, the only. She's with us again, Sarah Frazier.
Can I just tell you, last week when you and I were talking, you
Yes.
you called me and you said, I'm on a budget. I'm on a budget. Darling, Miss Yontif's, accountant has put her on a budget. I no more for me. And then, like, literally an hour later, I look on Behind the Velvet Rope Instagram stories, and there's a new just ordered Louis Vuitton. Just you now have new custom ordered a Pharrell, and I think you were tagging Pharrell as the Louis Vuitton artist. And I thought to myself, did I just listen to him for 20 minutes about how he's on a budget and his life is turned around? And now we're ordering a new Louis Vuitton.
Okay. Let me just answer that before we get into this Vanderpump
All right.
Rules recap. Two things can be true, as I say.
Oh,
Reality has set in. The accountant has taken my hand and said, "Who the fuck do you think you are?" And then what happens is the connection at Louis says, "Here is the pre-order for these five things. These will be gone within 3 minutes. Which do you want?" And you're like, "Thank God I don't want this. Thank God I don't want this." And then something screams out at you, and they're like, "Girl, either take it or don't, because when it hits the website, it's going to be sold out." And then you're sick to your stomach, and you just have to say, just fucking do it. So, can't two things get to be true? Let me put it this
I
way.
am very worried. I am very worried you are going the way of the
You
Kardashians. The
should be.
Kardashians are getting a lot of backlash this week. They're selling their old, worn out clothes, including Chloe, I guess, has put up a sweater for one of her kids from Zara for $50. I'm worried you're going to go the way of Kim Zolciak Biermann and the Kardashians. I'm going to see David's collection on the Real baby.
Well, darling, a couple of things to first of all, my stuff, because Kim got in trouble too for like, or called it, I think she was selling like one of the Croc or Mez bags for like 70 something, but it was all dirty. Like Zolciak is
Filthy.
also misrepresenting her shit and saying great condition, and then someone's getting it and being no, my stuff will be represented accurately when it's time for sale. And one day these things will be sold. And the thing about having so many Louis is you only take each one out for a spin so infrequently that that it gets preserved.
Oh, got
You
it.
know what
No
I'm
wear and
saying?
tear. Okay.
No
Okay.
wear and tear.
I don't know. It's
So
just
I
that
did post a new Louis and I did tag Pharrell because I got it in pre-order. So thank you, Pharrell. And I did complain to you that listen, reality has set in, honestly. Like just life is we got to live a real life. Speaking of which, I was at Melissa Rivers yesterday all day recording in person. Let me tell you
me
something.
tell you more about my real life.
No, no,
I
no.
was at one of the television's biggest dynasty homes.
No, let me tell you something. These, then we'll get into it. These, I'm not going to talk about the pot and the Uber, but these Uber drivers, I came home and I'm like, I've never had a headache this bad in months. Like this stop and go traffic to get there. She's like 45 minutes away. We don't reveal where because we never do that. Sarah talked to me about that, but she's in LA and it's 45 minutes there and 40. It's like, I came home and I was like, I was down for the count, honey. I didn't do anything yesterday. I had a bad headache.
I bet. I know. Well, these Uber drivers, somebody's smoking pot. Well, shout out to Melissa Rivers, who we love, just legendary television personality herself, and of course, daughter of the fabulous Joan Rivers. What an honor to go to her house and just have tea and record a podcast. And you're
Honey,
talking to just one of a kind. I mean, and just an incredible producer. Did she produce because she famously produced Fashion Police along
yes,
with her
she
mother.
did.
So she's got a great
Listen,
producer eye.
I love my once a month with Miss Melissa. They are not going anywhere. Whoever is not a fan of them, like we become like family. Like her team and I have become close. So there's no piercing that veil, people. So Melissa is here to
I love that.
stay.
You want to get into Vanderpump Rules season 11, episode 5? We are in Tahoe. We are opening Wolf,
Can
baby.
we call it Grant? Can we just call it Grahamperpup Rules? This whole episode was about my boy Graham.
Graham Cracker.
Graham
Graham Cracker's
Cracker.
back.
Graham Cracker is home.
What'd you think? I actually liked this episode. I'm back on board. Found it compelling to watch. Just when I was reaching for my phone to scroll about other things, it brought me back in.
What'd
It's
you like about
definitely
it?
the redemption of Tom Sandoval. I liked, okay, well, first of all, for a brief second, we got back to their businesses. One of the opening scenes is Katie and Ariana talking about something about her, the sandwich shop that will
Yes.
never open, according to David Yontef.
I'm
And
starting to change my mind on that.
you are?
Well, they're still talking about it. I mean, I guess it's eventually going to open. They explained why when I walked by, there was no porch anymore. I mean, they did talk about the porch, and that's caused a lot of violations and ordinances. And I don't know. I'm trying not to be such a troll,
I don't think it's opening.
you know?
No, because I think even though we got 2 minutes of the women discussing the sandwich shop, that's all we got. And then we move on. I mean, I almost feel like they just thread it in because people are going, well, where's something about her? But that was filmed how many months ago? 8 months ago? And here we are 8 months later. And to your point, the place is like boarded up. Nothing's new.
And they
Now,
have to explain why the two gals aren't there. But I mean, what are they going to do? Break the fourth wall? I mean, I guess they could just break the fourth wall and Ariana could say, I'm not fucking filming with him. We're going. But that to me was like, okay, you filled this in as like the reason why they're not going. She won't film with Tom. That's why.
oh yeah, the Tahoe trip. Yes. And so we leave something about her with they have to get a wheelchair ramp. They have to take down the deck that was so cute when David and I went. It was actually
Yeah.
adorable. And Ariana says, who do I need to blow in West Hollywood to get this open? We just hit red tape after red tape. And then she says, everybody on the city council there is gay, so they're not interested. I don't know. I think gay men, a blowjob's a blowjob. But,
I
so
would agree with that. I mean, I'm not looking for a blowjob from a lady at the moment, but I do agree. I mean, what's the difference, right? Just close your eyes, right?
that's right. Absolutely. Turn the lights out. So anyhow, I don't know. That was like a little glimpse, but they do not go on this Tahoe trip. I am very into Scheana and Brock's marriage and
Ooh.
their debates. I have a 3-year-old, so I can relate to I have to imagine, though, I don't know. Do you think you don't have any kids? Do you think that part is interesting, or it's like jump the shark that we talk so much about their marriage and child issues?
I mean, you might as well jump the shark because guess what? The Valley is coming. Jax. And Jax already just did a post, thank you to like this is Jax's show. I think it's actually gonna have a producer credit. He said, thank you, Alex Baskin, who's Beverly Hills and Vanderpump, for taking that meeting with me on a rainy night. You got to go check Jax's and I watch Instagram and I watch an extended trailer. I don't know. It could be okay, this Valley, but I feel like, you know what, Sarah, if you think that jumps the shark, then the whole Valley is this. I mean, you might as well have Scheana. Listen, Scheana should be doing double duty on the Valley, to be honest with you. She should be on both shows. That would be great casting. No, I don't mind seeing this. I don't ever need to see Brock in a little pink
Oh, that's
string
good.
Speedo.